Welcome to part 2 of our vacation series. So for those who didn't watch the last video, we went on vacation to the beach. My family has a house on Carolina Beach. About 30 minutes from said house is Wilmington, North Carolina.
We went to Record Bar.
Same name, new spin is their tagline, I think it is. Which leads me to believe someone bought the name.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, right.
Giving it new life.
Record Bar is a cool name.
But there's no bar.
There isn't, which is weird because we've been in a lot of those.
Yeah, we kind of, like, I almost half expected a bar to be in there.
Right, we've been
But I get
in
the
a
play
lot
on
of
words.
Record bars, but
Yeah.
Record Bar is not
Yeah.
a record bar.
I don't get it.
Before you even walk into the store, there is like a sidewalk sale of records.
Right.
Like it's like $2 to $5 records. You can just
Yeah, outside.
go through. I don't know why it clicked like that. That was weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
So once we took a look at the little sidewalk sale of records they had, what were your first impressions?
Like how clean it was in there.
I noticed it was definitely packed to the brim.
Yeah.
They utilized the space
Right.
very, very well because it's not the biggest,
Right.
but it felt very large because of the way they had it set up.
Yeah, and they had so much stock, but it was like set up really well.
No frills. It
Yeah.
was 99% records, new and used. They didn't have to rely on selling little knickknacks or little kitschy things in order to draw people in.
Yeah.
They knew what they had, and they're like, if you want it, come get it.
I didn't feel like I was in anybody's way. Like it wasn't really that busy in there either, I think.
There's like 2 guys in there.
Yeah, but it didn't even, like I felt like we were the only people in there, which is always nice because like you don't want to be,
Yeah.
I hate being shoulder to shoulder with people like at record stores, unless it's you.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's why we go early.
that too, yeah.
That's why we show up. What time they open? Noon. We're there at 11:55. Let's talk about the stock. They had tons and tons of UHQR pressings from MoFi, like the most I've ever seen in a record store.
Yeah. Their stock was legit.
New and used.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I didn't thumb through their used section very much.
Yeah, because I feel like there was just so much.
We were very consumed with looking through the new. I can't stress enough, we always kind of say like every record store we visit, or for the most part, has a little something for everybody. They had everything for everybody.
Bins weren't tight, even though they had a huge selection, it wasn't cramped in there. And like I was able to see in the top.
They were,
bins.
yeah.
Yeah,
For
like
I was noticing that when we were going through, I'd look over at you and I'm like, oh my God, she's not standing on her tiptoes.
I
And,
am. I mean, I might have been on my tiptoes.
if you could think of a record, they probably had it, whether that's in their new or used section.
Yeah.
There were so many things I picked up initially. I put everything down, started going through, and trying to figure out what I want. We didn't want to blow our whole budget, right? So, which we easily could have there.
Gosh, yeah. I feel like that was a place where we put back a lot.
Notice we're not wearing t-shirts. There weren't any prices on their shirts, and the only one that had a price was like $48 for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
We will go back and we will get
course.
t-shirts.
Yeah. Eventually.
Someone said something about our not wearing t-shirts in the last video as well.
Really?
It's kind of the same scenario.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The one thing that they had that was not vinyl records was puzzles.
And they were music related.
Yeah, they were all like album covers or like a cool Beatles puzzle or, you know.
If you're wondering what it is like to be 4'8" inside of a record store, we have the Stacy Cam.
Right.
Patent pending?
Not really.
Check it out. I had to figure out a way for us to utilize that GoPro that I spent too much money on.
Also, I'm like awkward feeling with it on, so like to know that you guys like it.
Yeah.
So if you like it, I'll keep doing it, and I'll try not to feel so awkward.
I mean, you'll
With
never.
the big camera.
You'll never not feel awkward.
You're right.
Now it's awkward because of what you said.
All right, pickups. You go first.
Okay, so I was in the mood for stuff I grew up listening to when we were sifting through. Stuff like I remember my parents introducing me to. So the first one I picked up is Live Throwing Copper. I'd say one of my top opening tracks.
Yeah.
But then of course Lightning Crashes, all that great stuff. It's just a great album. It's a classic album, and it's something I'm pretty sure I'll keep in my collection for quite some time.
Yeah. My first pickup, after picking up and putting down a whole bunch, was Celine Dion's Falling Into You.
Now, we want to talk about two opening bangers, even though one can technically open it. Best starting tracks of, yeah.
It brings back so many, like, you know, memories of when I was younger listening to it. And
Agreed. The next thing I picked up, which brings me back to like early high school, Fatboy Slim, We've Come a Long Way, Baby. It's just fun. That music video for I think the lead single on that album is just so iconic.
Yeah.
And it's something that just will never leave my brain.
Yeah,
What did
same.
the kids say? It lives there rent free.
Oh my God.
I think that was I think Spike Jonze directed that.
I kind of like that saying.
Oh, that's
The
a first.
only one I like.
Yeah. She likes to use as little words as possible. What was your final pickup?
My final pickup, I feel like we went on a little nostalgia trip with this one.
We certainly did.
You know, which was great. I picked up Arcade Fire, The Suburbs, and then I introduced you
This guy right here.
to the wildernessdowntown.com.
Tell them about it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, like it has, you'd have to do it on Chrome. It's a Chrome experience deal that Arcade Fire did. And you put in your address where you grew up, and then it plays a little movie.
It uses Google Maps to incorporate itself into a music video.
Really neat. And I've done it with like probably every address I've ever lived at.
I do like the early Arcade Fire.
Me too. It plays like my second favorite song from that album during the Wilderness Downtown.
I agree.
It was, yeah, so that was cool. I'm glad I could introduce you to that and you could experience that too.
What are your final thoughts on Record Bar in Wilmington, North Carolina?
Clean, 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 clean.
In short.
Not short, but like short,
'cause you were-
accessible, short. I'm short, so I was able to reach, and that's wonderful. So
Would we go back?
absolutely. But yeah, more about my final thoughts. I still agree with that blinker statement I said last time. Use your directionals, people. And also, using your directional is taking care of yourself and each other. So if you're doing that, you're naturally just using your directional. Like,
That was a rabbit hole we didn't need to go down.
it's a good one.
You know our names. I'm Matt. This is Stacy.
I'm Stacy.
We're Vinyl Reckoning. Y'all be easy. Have a good night.